Africa is a continent on the rise. With a youthful, dynamic population and a growing appetite for innovation, Africa is poised to take its place in the global economy. But for the Africans who are driving this transformation, the journey is not without its own challenges. See, families depend on remittance from abroad, while freelancers and gig workers struggle to access the global marketplace. Enter Raenest, a platform that's redefining global banking for Africans. They're bridging the financial gap and empowering a new generation of entrepreneurs, of freelancers, and even families.
I grew up as a curious kid. I had my first computer at the age of 10. I've always been curious about anything technology, building websites with Microsoft Publisher, not knowing what I was doing back then. That curiosity led me into following my career in technology by pursuing a bachelor's and master's degree in software engineering.
Born and bred in Ibadan, I moved to Lagos where I schooled at Yaba Tech. Got a decent break at OP where I was a digital marketing manager. Then moved to Fairmoney where I was also head of marketing. And then Lemfi where I was also head of growth. And then now at Raenest as CEO and co-founder.
My life has always been as a software engineer, product management. I think I've been doing this for over a decade now. And I've been involved with quite numbers of companies in Africa and other parts of the world. I've been directly involved with 2 unicorns out of Africa.
I met Victor at our very first place of work in Lagos, Geegpay, where Victor was in engineering and I was in marketing. It was a good time because it was our formative time, in fintech, really. So it was a really nice time there at Geegpay, working alongside Victor. While we didn't exactly work directly together, as he was in engineering, I was in marketing, we sometime met and we sort of shared ideas on how we could take the company forward.
Beyond being colleagues, we were flatmates, we worked together, and yeah, we achieved a lot of great things together at my previous employment. Victor left where we worked together, moved to another place, and that was where we met Richard. So when the whole idea of this Raenest came, Victor was the connector between myself and Richard. So the moment I met Richard, I knew he's the right guy for this thing. So we've been friends since then, before we eventually even came up with the idea of working together on Raenest.
And then when Victor was pitching the idea of Raenest to me, Victor had mentioned that we have a solid technical guy that could also come in for the project, and we connected over a call as we were in different places at the time. Since then, we've been solid partners.
After some months, I moved to Lagos and I joined a company there. Joining that company, I met one tall, big guy there, and that person happened to be Richard Oyome. He was working as a marketing and growth person there, while I was in their engineering team. But within a few weeks, we realized we had a lot of things in common. We really share ideas and discuss on how problems can be solved using technology. And that's how we became friends. Well, this is like 7 or 8 years ago.
Co-founders have issues, they resolve issues, we have arguments, but everything is still about how we grow. So I believe the base of our relationship, which happens to be the friendship, and the job we've done together before now, have let us know each of our strengths and our weaknesses, and we're able to kind of complement each other on that.
I think what makes our relationship special is the balance that we have, the balance that we've found. We all have different personalities. While there are some similarities with how we behave. I mean, I think that myself and Victor are a bit more reserved. Sod is much more an extrovert, but we found that balance, in the way we actually interact with each other. I think that's what makes it special, because again, different backgrounds, different places where, different touch points in life. However, we found a balance in taking this company forward.
What that means is I've known Richard and Sod for over 5 to 6 years now, and we've been friends since then.
In 2022, 3 visionaries, Victor Alade, Sodruldeen Mustapha, and Richard Oyome, came together with a shared vision: to simplify cross-border payments for all Africans. They saw the challenges faced by families, by freelancers, by businesses in accessing global financial systems and decided to create a solution. And so that's how Raenest was born. Raenest is a multi-currency payment app that is designed to give Africans full control of their finances, no matter where you are in the world.
Raenest was inspired by my personal experience as a freelancer and remote worker based in Lagos, Nigeria, but working with companies in US, UK, and other parts of the world. During this period, getting paid was more challenging than the work itself. Most time I have to wait for 3 to 5 days to receive my salary from my employer in US. And when I finally received the payment, I realized that close to 15% of my salary was going to the cross-border payment fee and the unfavorable exchange rate. At a point, I was working with a company and we had a Slack channel where all new members to chat and relate. There was over 2,000 software engineers from Kenya, Ghana, Rwanda in the Slack channel, and they always complain about the need for them to receive their salary faster or the need for them to convert to their local currency at a very good exchange rate. So this prompted me that this is a problem that needs to be addressed, where we can make it possible for freelancers and remote workers based in Africa to get paid in minutes and not days, and to reduce the fee associated with this cross-border payment.
Yeah, the uniqueness lies in combination of technology innovations with limited banking infrastructure. So today in Africa, unlike places like Europe where we have SEPA, where we have a single API that kind of connects you to different payment infrastructure, unlike also places like America where you have ACH, where you have Fedwire. Over here in Africa, you have to kind of make different integration for different countries.
There were a few challenges we faced when we started Raenest as a new company trying to connect Africa to global banking system. It's challenging getting partnership with banks globally, either in US or UK, and also getting them to understand the need for this to happen. I think one of the ways we were able to approach it is telling a story of why there is need for a solution like Raenest to exist. And I use myself as an example, letting them know how I've been able to work with companies that are based in US, able to solve problems that are affecting people globally. But I was having a challenge receiving my salary. So this aspect of storytelling and then letting them know that these are people that are working legitimately and receiving income from US and other part of the world. That was helpful during this period.
One of the things that excites me about what we're building at Raenest is a testimony that came up from a customer. This customer said there was a project that they wanted to do, but they didn't have a bank account to provide, and the project was about to be cancelled. And then he found our product, and then he created an account, and that project was saved just because we were able to offer him a US bank account in his own name. That sort of excites me, and that sort of tells us the importance or the impact of what we're building at Raenest. We're connecting individuals in a continent to global opportunities by helping them solve what naturally they could not solve by themselves. We've taken up this challenge to seek these banking partnerships from the US, the UK, just to help Africans, whether it's businesses, whether it's now individuals, just to sort of connect to the global economy and make them earn better, get more money to sort of improve our continent as well. So this is truly impactful for me, and that's truly an important thing that we're building at Raenest.
Raenest is playing an important role in aiding Africa economic growth. First, we are helping talented Africans to have access to global opportunity. What that means is someone based in Accra or someone based in Nairobi can work with a company based in San Francisco or based in New York and receive foreign income. This is leading to inflow of foreign currency into the economy of Africa and also improving the standard of living of this set of people. We're also making it possible for businesses that are based in Africa that are selling to global market, for them to be able to receive their payment, either in dollar, in pounds or euro, seamlessly. And this is boosting the economic activities of people in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and other parts of Africa where Raenest is operating.
I mean, shocking thing about starting up a company would be the impact that it can have on not just yourself, but your family as well. I remember early days when I would be fixed on my laptop throughout the day, and my spouse would come in, and then I probably didn't have the time for her, and she'll be sleeping off.
The level of innovation that is coming out of Africa, and beyond that, startup is not just like any other working environment. It's fast-paced, and you don't get to work at 8 and close at 5 and just think it's done with and you resume the next day just like that. It's a continuous development, continuous innovation, continuous thinking, and continuous delivering of solution.
Building in Africa is quite unique and different from when you are building a payment company or a fintech in the US or in Europe. This is because each market has their own unique problem. Therefore, it requires a unique solution to make that product a success.
Remittances are a lifeline for millions of African families, but traditional methods are often very slow. They're also expensive and very unreliable. And Raenest changes that. With seamless cross-border payment systems, competitive exchange rates, and instant access to funds in local currencies, Raenest ensures that money flows without barriers. For small businesses and families, this means more opportunities to grow and to thrive.
Raenest approach to compliance in terms of the multiple jurisdictions that we have business presence is quite a challenge, and at the same time, we try our best possible to ensure that we're abreast with regulations of different jurisdictions that we have business presence, and also ensure that we have as much licensing in terms of being able to do our business in the jurisdiction as per the central bank, and also ensure that we keep up to date with changes in terms of regulatory policies. It's really a challenging one because we have to keep our feet on the ground, we have to keep our foot down, and also keep our ears on the ground to ensure that we are not infringing on any policy, and ensuring that our business operations in line with the laws of the land. So it's a lot of work getting to have us compliant in terms of multiple jurisdiction, but it's an interesting one because fintech has come a long way, and regulators are not aligning to different business models.
At Raenest, we've seen couple of challenges in the past few years. The noticeable ones are the fact that we operate in multiple African countries, and all these countries, they have different regulatory requirements. The requirement to operate in Nigeria is different from what is needed to operate in Ghana. So the fact that you are licensed in Ghana doesn't mean you can freely operate in Ghana. You have to have license in Ghana, you have to work according to the regulators' requirements in Kenya. This can be quite challenging sometimes. The other challenge is the issue due to the fragmentation of African currencies. For instance, now we have Nigerian naira, Kenyan shillings, Ghana cedis, and other currencies in Africa. And it could be difficult sometimes managing all these currencies, having access to liquidity and ensure payments happen instantly. But we've been able to navigate them seamlessly through partnership, collaboration with compliance people and regulators in different countries we are operating today.
The compliance expectations for individuals and businesses are slightly different. For individual accounts, customers, we profile them as individual, like you mentioned. The sort of expectations around documentation at the point of onboarding, which is where the user journey starts, is much more straightforward. The ID verification, liveness checks and the likes, and also sanction screening at the point of onboarding. But for business, it's more intense. We go through extended due diligence, wanting to verify the entity, and also go a step further to also want to verify the ultimate beneficial owners. And in some cases, we go as much as screening the entity and screening the UBOs, as it were. So the intensity to which we verify those two are different. The regulatory expectations in terms of what they are able to do is also much more different. Businesses are able to do much more in terms of limits, for example, more than individual account here. Compliance imparts trust with users in the sense that because of our culture and the processes that we put in place, from the point of onboarding to transaction monitoring, even to statutory filings and reporting, our users are able to, they're sure that their money is safe. They're sure that the system is not porous to fraudsters, account takeover. They're also confident that when they need their funds, it's there for them to access. They're also sure that in terms of regulatory concerns, we are in a good place to do the business that we do. And overall, this has really impacted on the level of confidence that our users have, with Raenest.
At the heart of Raenest is a distributed team of innovators who are working tirelessly to solve Africans' challenges. With a remote-first culture and a commitment to collaboration, Raenest is building infrastructure that empowers instant payment, security, and very importantly, user trust. Their mission is clear: to empower Africans to fully participate in the global economy.
Why Raenest? There are two reasons why I considered Raenest, and one of those reasons is because it's an exciting problem space that we are building for today. Majorly because it targets Africans like you and I, my friends, family, and there's this satisfaction that comes with solving problems that people like me face today.
My name is Cynthia Oji. I lead the content marketing team at Raenest. I've been at Raenest for 1 year now. I joined February 2024. It started with the conversation that I had with the head of the people team, and then I went on to speak with the co-founders. I spoke with the COO and the CEO, and I could feel the passion in their voices in the conversation, and I feel like that kind of rubbed off on me. They took their time to explain what they were building at Raenest, and they weren't just looking for anyone to join the team. They wanted to be sure that you understood their vision, and that if you're coming on board, you would do your part to see that vision come to life. And I just found that really exciting, and I really wanted to be part of what they were building.
My name is Ada, and I lead the customer support team. This year makes it 3 years. Obviously, there's been ups and downs, but I think the most part of it has been fun. Getting to learn a lot of things, even while working. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been at Raenest for over 3 years now. I plan to spend more, right, compared to 3 years. Raenest has been a solution house, right? That's why I've been with Raenest for quite a longer time. I've literally worked with quite a number of companies before joining Raenest, and working with Raenest, I've seen that, we're not just solving one problem alone, right? We're solving quite a couple of problems with Raenest.
I would describe Raenest as a solutions-oriented person. You know that person who, when you tell them your problem, they always have a solution for you. That person who is confident, that person who is a friend, that person who you can rely on, that person who you can trust to be there at the time that you need them to be there. That's how I picture Raenest, if Raenest was a person.
Started out as a contractor at Raenest. I think when we were trying to launch the platform. When I saw the job description and what the plan of the company is, I just felt it's like a challenge I needed to take. That was 3 years ago, so I joined. But along the line, I saw problems they're trying to solve. I personally am a direct consumer of the product, and when I was invited to join full-time, I didn't really think twice, because I feel it's an important problem that they're trying to solve, and I've also like benefited and used the platform, and it's been able to solve some of my problems in terms of making international transactions, international payments.
The team at Raenest, right, they took it upon themselves to actually take time to build a very strong, robust team, right? That literally everyone coming from Raenest actually have had, their own share of the ball game of what they're delivering out there in the market. Raenest today, everyone in the team are solid, right? These are people that understand what they do. They actually took time to select the best in the market. That's why I like working with Raenest.
The team, they are brilliant. I think that's just the one word. If I was going to describe my team, it would be that brilliance, and most importantly, the commitment and dedication.
Joining Raenest as a team has been a major milestone for me, per se, based off the whole problems that I've solved in the market concerning customer requests and customer needs. I started my journey as a product person in product background in tech generally, and having that knowledge base, I've been able to meet quite a lot of customers having different product issues and all that. But with Raenest solves up to like 6 problems out there in the market, coming from global multi-currency accounts, global payments. Card is one of the major issues that even today a lot of fintechs out there in the market are still struggling to solve that, right? And in the aspect of being able to make payments to customers, receiving money and then sending out money, global payroll was like the journey for Raenest, right? And Raenest was able to transit from that to do beyond payroll and be able to pay out in different countries, different currencies, and that was like mind-blowing for me.
Over time, I think that I've been able to build relationships with certain people, and I think that makes it really fun, because as much as we work remotely, you can be in the confines of your house, and but then there's always that one person, 2 persons that you can call to rant with, to gist with. So yeah, I think most part of it is the people in Raenest.
I love the people at Raenest. I love my team. I love the people that I have been, able to communicate with and communicate with. Like I said at the beginning, it feels like everyone has that passion and that vision, no matter your role, whether you're a co-founder, whether you're an engineer, a content writer, a graphics designer, everyone shares that vision. I also love the fact that I get to tell the Raenest story. My team and I help our users and people discover what we're building at Raenest. We help tell the success stories of the users of the people who have thrived, who have gone on to excel in what they're doing because of Raenest. I love that our community is growing, and I'm so happy to be at Raenest at this point, to watch it go from, something that was in the minds of 3 people into something that is global and so big at this point.
At Raenest, what we do is that we are building a trusted and reliable financial platform product that helps individuals and businesses send, receive, nurture, and grow their payments until they become even much more wealthy than when they join that platform.
The culture at Raenest gives room for everybody to be a decision maker. At Raenest, we have what we call craft, and this kind of guide the way we operate internally and with our customers. We value communication and collaboration a lot, where everybody's voice matters, especially because we are a remote-first company. There is need for us to communicate clearly and ensure that the other party understands. And we put this into practice in our products and the way we relate with customers, where everything is clearly stated. And that's the C from the Raenest craft. We also have reliability, which is the R from the Raenest craft, where we depend on each other and rely on each other in the company. For instance, customer support rely on engineering team. Engineering team rely on compliance team. Same way our customer rely on us to ensure when we say payment will happen in 2 minutes, it happens in 2 minutes. When we tell them that when you create a US bank account on Raenest today, it will be there for years to come. We keep to that. Reliability is at the core at everything we do. From day one, we have this mindset to build a company that will stand the test of time and that will be available in years to come. The goal is not to build a company that will be available for 2 years or 3 years. And this is why reliability is at the core of what we do.
What guides us is it's our values. So CRAFT, that's the acronym for it. So you have communication and collaboration. So everyone is open, everyone communicates, everyone is reachable, everyone is available when you need them to be. Everyone wants to come together to solve whatever problem is at that point, to work on a campaign. The second letter there is reliable. Everyone is absolutely reliable. And it was a culture shock for me, actually, when I came to the company. I haven't seen that sort of thing before. And then the third letter is autonomy. People take ownership of their work. It's not just about the task that you're given, it's about seeing the full project, seeing it to completion. And then fairness, that guides everything that we do. Even when we are, communicating with our customers, our users, we're sure that we're being fair in the way even if we need to talk about a competitor, if we need to, compare, we're sure that we are being fair. And then the last letter, which is transparency, it is in every part of our business, our communication, the team, the products, our prices. So I feel like these values that guide everyone, and the fact that everyone has understood that, it just makes it easy to work with the team, even if we're remote.
Collaboration has been a major thing for Raenest today, right? And that's one of the culture, and that is one of the things we stand with as craft. With craft, right, the major start of craft is collaboration. And with collaboration, we're able to relate. If I need something from any of the team members today, I'll just have to reach out to them. And the fact that Raenest goes for the best makes them always on the tools. Me, I work 2/4/7. When I tell people, I work with customers outside in the United States, in UK, Canada, or different countries, right? The time I'm supposed to be sleeping is the time that those guys are awake, right? But I still am able to deliver. When they need me, I'm able to, respond to them at that point in time, right? So teamwork, collaboration has been a major thing. It's not a 9-to-5 kind of job with Raenest, right? Because it's a remote kind of engagement. You have your time to do your thing, but most importantly, everybody try as much as possible to deliver based on what they're expected to do.
That's tricky. So I love all of my team members. I love working with them. They're just so creative. It's amazing. I love Caleb, Dolapo, Beverly, Chamaka, Elvis. And then even outside of the content marketing team, I have made so many friends in such a short time that I know that even beyond Raenest, that relationship is still going to be there.
Pedro is my favorite person. I have other favorite persons, but the top on the list is Pedro. Sometimes I just want to rant, and I think that because Pedro is like my lead, right? Is a lead in customer support. So we sort of understand, she kind of understands where I'm coming from many of the times. When it is outside customer support, obviously I have other people like Cynthia, but top on the list is Adepeju, because I think she understands me.
So there's one person that I see as a mentor, and he's someone who when he's around, things happen. He brings solutions, and that is one of the co-founders, the COO, Richard Oyome. So I would have to add him to that list, but really I do love working with everyone at Raenest.
I don't have just one particular favorite person, right? But I'll speak on one person that I've actually looked at his personality and seen that, yes, this person is not just good, And that's why the reason why the company is still standing today. I'll talk about the founder, Victor Alade, right? Victor Alade is one person that is not just analytic. He has worked with all, different sector, different companies, and understand how their processes work today, right? And that same culture, he has been able to convert it into what we're currently doing at Raenest, and that has been helping us over time, right? Yeah.
How we build at Raenest is that we look at the company's vision, mission, and the opportunities that lie in the markets it is that we are serving. So first is that we'll continue to be close to those markets, uncovering the needs and insights and building specifically for the insights that we've uncovered. Secondly, is that there would also be plans to increase the user segments it is that we are serving today. There are two major categories of users that we serve in Raenest. So we have the Raenest for business and we have the Raenest for individuals. The Raenest for individuals as it is services are provided towards freelancers, consultants, and let's say remote workers. But in the next 5 to 10 years, you can expect that we would serve more people who then would now get to enjoy the services that we offer at Raenest. And then the third would be expanding to more markets and regions. So we're even given that, our primary target now are Africans, but guess what? It's not really restricted to Africans in Africa. Africans today are spread across different demographics. So where are these people and do they have a need for our service? So we would find the Africans who live across the different regions, and then we will target our products in helping them solve their needs.
So I would say one of my biggest challenges is actually trying to penetrate into a customer, right? For me, I engage customer on a day-to-day basis, and I would pick up a particular customer and say, oh, this customer, I'm bringing them on board, right? And when I try as much as possible to reach out to them via cold email, cold calling and all that, they're not giving me the vibe, right? I've had a customer where I reached out to them over time and then they were giving like, oh, we're not using this product, we're not using it, we're very much okay with it. But the good part about it is knowing that, yes, even if they are not using us at this point in time, right? In 3 months from now, they will need us. I know of a customer today we're already onboarding on our platform, right? I had to, go over to their office. I had to stroll down and then reach out to them not 1, not 2, not 3 times, right? But today they are successfully trying to onboard on our platform because why? We have a solution that works.
Apart from the very unique product offering that we have in the market, I'll say that the technology that drives our payments is very, very, impressive. Transaction processing at Raenest is something that even our competitors are aware. It's fantastic. Downtime, I can't remember when we had it downtime in terms of payment processing. And looking at the colleagues that I work with, very, very smart people. Indeed, we work in a very fast-paced environment, and my colleagues across different departments are very, very intelligent, right? They are willing to go beyond and above, critical thinkers, and they do wonders. Thinking outside of the box is everything that we do on a daily basis to ensure that we achieve results at the end of the day, which is also a testament to where we are here today.
In the past 7 years, Raenest has been banking freelancers and remote workers in Africa, giving them foreign bank account that they can use in receiving money. And there's not been any single seconds where we inform them that we can continue to issue USD bank account to them. That's reliability, right? So Raenest is structured in a way that we can continue to adapt to whatever situation. We aim to provide stability in an unstable world. And this makes our customers to believe in Raenest.
I'm a virtual assistant and I work for influencers all over the world. I've been using Raenest, Geegpay since 2023. Yes, it has been amazing. They saved my life because That was the first time I was going into freelancing, and I was getting to work with other influencers in different countries apart from Nigeria. And I found out that the platforms to get money from different countries, international payments basically, is really bad in Nigeria. I was searching, I was looking for results, and I found this freelancer online, Adeife, and she recommended Geegpay. And I was like, okay, let me try them out. And I tried them out, and it worked. I was able to get my money.
I got to know about Geegpay, that's about last year. But before then, I've been using other platforms to kind of help process payments online. So process foreign transactions and all that. So one of the challenges I had previously was time for my payments to arrive, and also the rates that they were charging. So previously I used other platforms to kind of process payments, so their charges were kind of high, and also they charged me for my cards and all that. But when I started using Geegpay, their rates were very good, and I could put it directly to the platforms where I use them in, and I could also generate a foreign account where I could get direct payments from.
As a UI UX designer, I work with several clients because I'm also a freelancer. And, receiving international payments was a struggle before discovering Geegpay. And using Geegpay has made the experience seamless. I mean, I don't have to worry about how to receive international payments. It is always so smooth.
I think one of the things that I like to do with Raenest is actually save convert my Naira to dollars and actually save it there. And what it helps me do is, let me say a hack whereby maybe when the currency kind of increases, I got to get profit from it. Also, I like their customer service. So each time I have a problem, or maybe some of my students have problems in kind of processing transaction, we're able to reach the customer service faster. So I'll say these are the ways it has kind of helped me.
I made a video talking about Geegpay one time, and I said Geegpay you too duo, because I was actually talking about the features on Geegpay, and there's this particular friend of mine that is always saying Geegpay you too do every single time just because I said that. And yeah, that just really makes me happy.
We've created a community where we can easily access our customers, where they can easily access us. One of them, last year we did what we call Gigs and Grooves. Gigs and Grooves is an avenue to bring it together, creators, freelancers in Africa together, and where we brought in people that have earned more than 200,000, 300,000 on Upwork and other freelancing platforms, and also encouraging our customers and showing them the way through which they can also increase their earning. So it's not just about providing payment solution to them, but we are their companion. We are also providing information, resources that can make them stay ahead of their freelancing game as well, that can also help them to earn more income. We also have a good understanding of this problem. This is a problem I've experienced, and we have couples of people that have experienced this problem as well. So we built this product with a good understanding of the problem, and then we built this solution with Africa in mind, that we are solving this problem for this specific set of people. Therefore, our product, our solution must solve the problem effectively and relieve their pains.
With $14.3 million in funding and a bold vision for the future, Raenest is expanding its reach across Africa and beyond. From freelancers to businesses, Raenest is creating global money management accounts that will give all Africans the tools they need to thrive globally and locally. This is the future of Africans' financial inclusion, a future where everybody has an opportunity to succeed.
The future of products at Raenest is bright, and I'm particularly excited for what awaits our product customers today, the individuals and businesses that we serve. So what can you expect in the coming months or years to come. The first is that based on the engagements that we've had with our customers, we understand what it is that they need. Our customers have told us that they want faster transactions, product ease of use, and reduced costs. And so we are fully aware of what it is that they need. And we've built our roadmap in a way to solve and meet those needs.
The products that we have been able to build in such a short time and the ones that we're building, we're going from global payments to so much more. We are moving from just helping people to get paid to giving them financial freedom, and it's like the whole 360. So even beyond professionals, beyond businesses, we're going to be helping even more Africans to get financial freedom.
I treat every customer equally and the same. I try as much as possible not to leverage on the way I treat a particular customer is not the same way I treat another customer. Regardless if you're small, you're big, or you're medium, I treat every customer as the same. And funny enough, right, I've had different customers from, they are on a mid-level, they give feedback, comment, recommendation and feedback to C-level, and then they say, this guy was superb, and the response was 100% and all that, because I just want to treat you the way you are as a customer. As far as you're a customer, I give you 100.
So what can you expect? Again, we will try our very possible best, and we'll put in lots of efforts into ensuring that we build a reliable product, a transparent product, a trustworthy product that helps individuals and businesses receive, spend, and grow their wealth while on our platform. So the exciting days are ahead, and one other interesting initiative that you would see in the coming weeks or months is that we want to be closer to our customers, and that's really because we care about our customers. So you'll see exciting initiatives around product town halls where we get to engage our customers and to even further understand what their problems are.
At the center of the world is money, and there will always be need for money to move from one point to another, from one country to another. This shows how important fintech is. This shows how important cross-border management and cross-border payment is. And we are seeing a lot of people moving from one country to another. Either people moving from Africa to Western world, or people moving from Europe to Africa as well. This shows money will need to move as people are moving. And we are seeing a lot of Africans, young talents, that are now working outside their country of residence, because the world is now a global village where someone in Lagos, Nigeria can be working with a company in San Francisco from the comfort of their home. And this is growing rapidly. We're seeing a lot of content creators that are making money while in their room. We're seeing a lot of content writers, a lot of software engineers that are working remotely. This also shows that there's need for them to receive money seamlessly. And that's what Raenest is trying to solve for. How can we make it possible for people to be able to manage money across border? Not only to move money, but to move it efficiently and then cost effective. And we're seeing new level of technology being employed to ensure this is happening without any challenge, with payments being instant and transparency being provided.
I hope you've enjoyed watching this story as much as we have enjoyed telling it. What the team at Raenest is doing is such a fantastic thing. At the beginning, I said that Africa is a continent on the rise, and I think that it is brands and products like Raenest that is actually working to make that happen. And that's something that totally deserves an applause. If you're not a user of the product, you should definitely check it out. And I'm wishing the team as much success as they can, much more success in the future. Thank you for watching this to the end, and make sure you subscribe to this channel before you leave. Peace.